Welcome to the Casual Experience.
Hello, casuals. You're welcome to the Casual Experience Show, a show for the MMA enthusiasts where we talk about fight and just gist about fight. And on this episode, we have the review of the 317 that just went down at Las Vegas International Fight Week. That was a banger, headlined by Ilia Topuria and Charles Oliveira. And on this episode, I'm here with my G's, Ferdinand and the great Gator himself. How far, guys?
I know, man.
As a season, I just a smile. If you had to rate the card over 10, what would you have rated it, Ferdy?
Oh man, it's for me 9 over 10 is cool.
Where the one go? What's the one lagging?
Well, Kaikara for me, right? Because I felt like I actually wanted Kaikara to win, so that was it didn't go my way. Yeah, so that was why. So.
How about you, Gator?
10 from the was a banger from the start to the end.
But the reason why we are saying this is because of the one man that he solely puts the card on his back and he awesomely delivered.
Yes.
Talking about Ilia Topuria.
Oh my God.
A new star.
The champ.
We knew he was a star, but now he's become a mega superstar. Yeah. But for the main event, let's just dive straight into the main event. Yeah. We're there at the watch party. This is your first time being at the watch party.
Exactly.
First of all, what was your view and your observation?
I've always been sensitive and time conscious. For the first time in my life, I didn't even check time to know what the time is. Yeah. When I got to I got out and
it was already morning.
It was already morning. I didn't even check the time at all. So just all filled up with families and well wishers and
and it was just a good positive energy.
I was praying, forcing myself not to fall asleep.
Fall asleep. You didn't sleep all through now, did you?
It was just fun. All through, so that was
for a watch party that had a lot of new faces and being on that particular card, for that to be your first watch party,
you're right, seriously. Like that.
But let's talk about the man himself, the man of the moment. What did you see in that fight? Talk about him.
Well, I saw precision, skill, speed, and determination too, because Ilia Topuria is not just a simple guy. Anyway, we already know that he already said these things that is going to happen. Yeah. He acted like the mystic Mark. Yeah. I'm going to knock you out in first round, and that was actually what happened. So, but to me, I actually know that Ilia was going to win the bout, but I was not certain because I told you last time that it was hard to predict because he's not fighting against like a top somebody that is about 20 in the ranking, like 15 or so. He's fighting the former champion, so I was expecting to go the distance, but man, the chin was unable to take hold of his punches and everything. So.
Gator, but what do you think? Do you think Charles could have done anything different? Do you think there is a game plan in this world that he could have come up with that would have made him triumph that yesterday?
No. Nothing he wants to do differently.
Just a blatant no. Like the knockout was inevitable is what you're saying.
It came sooner than later. Yes, no, he just made a point.
Yeah.
Fighting another former champion, not just a former champion. Vogue, former champion. Oliviera, former champion.
Yeah.
Olivieira, former champion.
Yeah.
As this is somebody that eats champions. Champ. That's why it's called champ.
Yeah. But now, are we seeing the beginning, or are we seeing the beginning of an immense greatness of a MMA? Because when he was talking, he was saying it as a matter of fact. He was saying that like, guys, I've told you guys before. You guys who just think I'm cocky when I'm saying these things. I'm the new standard bearer for the new generations coming, for fighters coming in. And if you look at the way the fight panned out, it was just inevitable. It was just like, as you said.
Look at everybody in that division, right? I was watching his post-fight press conference, and he was saying he was talking about how he needs new faces. Bro, everybody there already has either done it or has been there when it has been done. I don't think he has it. I don't think he has competition in the old guy that who wants to come out and do something different.
I mean, that guy now in
Gaethje will not do. Gaethje will come and throw hands, but Gaethje fought Holloway. We all know how that ended.
Yeah,
and then Topuria has fought Holloway. We all know how that ended.
Yeah,
so I feel like make them wipe that division. Give us new squad. Yes,
but
bring new faces. Let's because then again, he's fighting. I feel like the same points he made. Former champions, people that have eaten that glory and they're full on it.
Yeah.
And we need fresh faces, the hungry ones.
But we know that he had 3 opponents possibly lined up. Like where we know, say it's going to be Gaethje, Aman, or Paddy. Yeah, but I don't know. Not even the UFC. The UFC didn't pick Paddy himself because Dana was saying if he was there, he wouldn't have allowed that to happen. He wouldn't have allowed Paddy to come into the ring because his family was there. I mean, Ilia's family was. The Dana doesn't allow all those kind of things. But now, as it is now, he's coming into the ring, and Ilia himself is saying. That's what he wants. He's telling the world that, guys, I told you now. See what I did to Charles that I like. Charles that I don't have any animosity towards. See what I did to him. It's going to be so much pleasurable for me. What I'm going to do to Paddy. Now look at the kind of stats that Ilia is coming in with. He is the first fighter. Now we've had double champs.
Yes.
We've had fighters. Conor McGregor was the first of it. Comey has done it.
John Jones.
Cejudo has done it. John Jones has done it.
Randy Couture.
Yes, Randy Couture has done it. But Ilia is the first undefeated fighter.
That's crazy.
To own belts in 2 weight classes. And for the fact that he's even the first to vacate his previous belt, not holding on to it, because I mean he was so sure of.
Nobody could. But nobody could now. Nobody could.
Now, but what do you see in his future? Freddy.
Okay, well, like I said, check when Conor McGregor was age 28, he was the amount of fights, victories. I'll try to confirm that. Ilias had about 15. That was what Conor McGregor had too. I feel like it's the return of the mystic mark because Ilia.
Did you see the frame by frame? I think when they are producing this, they should put a frame by frame knockout of when Conor knocked out Jose Aldo, exactly. And when Ilia just knocked out Charles. The same exact frame. When he held onto the chest and he went to the hammer fist. The same exact stance, the same exact thing.
Exactly. So,
but this one is a better Conor.
No, you know why I say so? Well, Conor McGregor has inspired a lot of guys, and the MMA during the time of Conor McGregor wasn't, when he got to the MMA, it wasn't as these glorious and big then. Then MMA's, I mean, UFC was what's less than 3 billion. Now it's above about 8 billion plus. So I feel like Conor McGregor has actually inspired players like fighters like Khamzat Chimaev, Ilia Topuria, and a whole lot of guys too. You know, who wants to be a Conor McGregor, like a new Conor. You know, so I don't really want it to be like I don't want to give him that luggage now because it's too big for him now. Ilia, right? Because I can't compare him with Conor because of the achievement and everything. They've achieved a whole lot of things, but what the way Conor took the UFC was in a different level on how Ilia is. Ilia is giving up his victory, he's winning bouts, no problem, he's good, right? But the talking and everything, for the first time in a long time, we get to see an MMA fighter competing with Floyd Mayweather in his maybe the age of his prime, when it was anyway, but it actually made a whole lot of money for the UFC, the boxing world, and down to Conor too. So I don't want to compare the both of them now because Ilia is a fanboy to Conor McGregor, so just like idols became rivals.
Gato, looking at the trajectory of Ilia right now, and as Freddy said, we're not comparing him to Conor, but like the stardom and the potential height at which he can reach. Would you say he's the biggest star in the UFC right now?
So Ilia is a Real Madrid fan.
Yeah.
When he won his last belt,
He took it to Bernabeu.
He brought it to Bernabeu.
Nah,
and there was a guard of honor for there was a whole guard of honor for him.
Yeah.
Now if he comes back again, they have to do another one for him. That's how big of his stand.
Now he has 3 belts now.
That's how big of it. 3 belts. Like
BMF, feather. Like he had the feather and the lightweight, but when you were asking him about the pound for pound ranking, he doesn't seem to be bothered about it.
She shouldn't be bothered about it yet. I feel like.
Would you rank him number 1 over Islam?
No.
Right now?
Nah.
But look at what that guy has done.
Yes.
He has only 2 in his UFC. In his UFC career, he has only 2 decisions. Every other fight has gone by knockout.
He has not even exceeded 6 rounds most of his bouts.
No.
Okay, let me just tell you something about Ilia. You need to know Ilia. Comparing Ilia with Islam, I don't know if you heard about what Sean O'Malley said. Thank God Topuria didn't, because Sean once called Ilia out. I don't know if you remember.
Yes, no.
He said, "Thank God he didn't accept." Then, if not, people will start running away from that division now as it stands. Because as of yesterday, I felt like Islam actually left the division because of Topuria. Because for somebody to say I'm coming to beat you, like these guys, they won't tell you that they're running away from it, right? Just like John Jones,
In our group too, Lale was saying it that he feels
Islam had already said it from the start. Islam said from the start that if JDM takes the belt, it's not in his guy's hand now. And Islam always wanted to be a double champ. He won't go down now. He will go up.
But Islam has been touched. He was touched by Volk, right? Touched. No one has knocked Charles out that way ever.
Yes.
Like that was a unhaunting knockout.
Yeah.
While he was even being knocked out, do you know he used his knee to eat? Charles, while going down, he used his knee to eat his chin also. When he went down again,
hammer fist.
Unnecessary hammer fist. But look at Ilia.
Yeah.
In all weight classes, starting from the flyweight to heavyweight, just even leave the aura around, because there are many fighters with aura.
Yeah.
Who has that confidence? Who has the confidence that he has to speak what he says going to do? Not many.
Exactly.
To say exactly what he's going to do.
Do to his opponent, right?
Yes. And I want to ask you a question. You've seen fighters go on streaks, Have you ever seen a better 3-fight winning streak?
No.
In UFC history?
No.
Like this, right?
Yeah, a 3-fight winning streak
with legendary names,
legendary names,
legendary ways,
knockouts,
in legendary ways,
knockouts.
Even lightweight fighters that fought Charles, Dustin knocked him down.
Yes.
Knocked Charles down. He didn't knock him out.
Chandler knocked him down.
Chandler knocked him down.
Yeah.
Gaethje knocked him down.
Gaethje too.
This guy.
Gaethje is like a truck, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
So now, would you now say? Can we just say Ilia is now the most powerful lightweight?
Yeah. For now, yeah. I don't see anyone that is coming to, because people are beginning to fear him now. Because just like how
I've seen everybody else. We've seen everybody else now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've seen everybody. We've seen Gaethje. We've seen Dustin. Yeah. I'm clamoring for new faces.
And then he has so many tools that he doesn't even use. He has his grappling.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first minute where Charles held onto him and he was trying to bring him down?
Yeah.
Didn't you see the subtle twist of how he just
remove himself?
He's a Greco-Roman wrestler,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He just twisted him and turned him. Yeah. What do you mean that?
Did they twist now?
Yes, when he turned him and Charles was trying to get the heel hook.
Yeah, I saw the whole thing this morning, because we
pulled his leg out too.
Pulled his leg out.
I was even thinking that it's all over because Charles will not let go of that.
Yes, I was thinking he was going to get the heel look to Charles.
Yeah, because I was, he actually he told what's called Ariel last time that people haven't tested his grappling. People just feel like he's just a striker with zero knowledge of grappling. But he gets to prove it to the whole crowd the doubters, that man, I am complete.
It just makes everything better.
For me now, the only thing I can compare him and Conan is his grappling. Conor McGregor left.
The
differences. Conor McGregor left his grappling skill at the beginning of his MMA career. That was when he was still amateur. He was a grappler. But when he became a star, he just forgot about it.
But for this particular bout, because of the brilliance of Ilia, I don't want us to be interjecting too many past names in it. I mean, we understand the Conor. But the use of Conor in this particular bout, it feels as if it's taking off.
Do you know why?
Is shine. You want to say something?
Ilia is so far. When I started to give him my respect, was after Volk, right?
Yeah.
You would rarely see a fighter that cleans out another fighter as quickly as he did yesterday night.
Yeah.
And seeing him do it, imagine a fighter like Holloway that is always going center bell, let's go. And then you take him there and you do it. And then he tried to submit. How he ended up in that leg that heel hook yesterday was trying to submit
Charles.
So when Charles tried to take him down.
Yeah.
So he's great. I don't think his greatness is even in question. I just feel like what he said, and I think is what he's clamoring on. He's the new face of the new school, right?
Yeah, the new generation.
This new generation now.
Yeah.
So who are the rest? Now is my question.
Now, good. That's the question I wanted to ask. Who is his next challenge? What is his next challenge?
I don't think Paddy is worthy.
Because for me personally, I think the real test, the only person that could actually give him a test. It's not like he's not going to knock him out eventually or win him. He's Haman.
Yes, Haman.
Well, that guy is also good. He's going to be tough.
But you know the funny thing that will happen there? It was most likely end up knocking out everything.
I feel he's going to knock. He's going to knock out Paddy.
Why?
Let's see. Both guys are complete. So you don't just say they will knock him out. Haman is also complete. Yeah, he is flexible. He has striking and.
So do you see him beating Ilia?
For now, man, Ilia is just like Madrid when they were winning the Champions League.
I tell you.
They're just like, we'll name this belt, we'll name this cup Madrid very soon. That's just how.
We just hope he can be healthy enough, because I mean his wear and tear has just not just begin, but he's at the right. He's at
his peak now. Seriously.
Yes, he's at the right age.
Yeah, 28.
28 years old. I mean,
three belts.
With 3 belts already.
This guy is a gangster.
The peak of a fighter career, especially at the lower weight, is always between 28 to 33 to 35, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Are we thinking of him moving up again in the next 2 years?
He said it now. He said he wants to be the first 3 division title holder, and it's not beyond what he can do. With the way he talks, he said he will go up to welterweight and then face Islam too. After he's defended his belt a couple of times.
Islam will come when he goes to welterweight. Islam will come back to featherweight because
Islam is never coming back to light.
Islam doesn't want
too
to.
Big.
Yeah, for me, I feel like
the UFC would always make it happen. And
one way or the other.
Yeah, one way or the other. And how do you even see the fight between him and Paddy going?
Paddy with who?
There's
nothing like that now.
Scousers don't get knocked out.
You will sleep.
Scousers don't get knocked out.
You sleep. You sleep.
He didn't. Do you know what? When I was rewatching the fight, and I was looking at their face off, Paddy wasn't even saying you won't beat me. He wasn't saying that you can't beat me or anything. The only thing he was particular about is you can't knock me out.
Or you sleep.
Nah.
That was what I was saying. Yes, that you can't knock me out. You can't knock me out.
Let me tell you something. Paddy is also a threat to that. I feel like they should give him an opportunity to face him first. Because
he's not. I mean, you can't say Paddy has gone through test. Facing over the heel Chandler is not test enough to say. Well, I mean, a simple question.
Yeah.
Does Paddy deserve to fight for the title?
For me, no. But for Ilia, yes.
Okay. No, I mean, what Ilia does Ilia?
For me, no.
Even think he's ready.
But why did he call him out?
It's the animosity between them.
Exactly, they need to settle it out.
But at the same time, Ilia has the same animosity with even Sayuken.
Yes.
He has the same animosity against Sayuken.
Yes.
Like, you remember the night they threw that, Paddy threw that was about to last him. Sayuken too was involved in that melee.
That one is a gangster on his own, seriously.
And do you know what? If you look at it, Ilia, he comes from a well-to-do family home.
Yes,
Yeah.
He didn't come into the fight game for money. Like he has his own
same
money.
as Sariken.
Yeah. So I mean, apart from their fighting mindset, there's nothing unusually gritty that will say, okay, I'm fighting for my life, or I'm fighting for money, I'm fighting for between both of them.
They're wealthy.
So now we can all agree, I mean, that Aman is his greatest test in that lightweight.
Fine.
Yet
until we start seeing some other faces.
And to start seeing some, do you see him defending his belts one more time before the end of the year?
He said he wants to. Yeah, he said he wants to. He said
with Paddy being fat.
He said if Paddy is ready.
Paddy says he's ready now. So
how ready? Did you see Paddy when he entered into the ring?
He's looking big and
he looks
blown
like
up.
DC.
He's looking blown up and everything. Yeah.
Calm down.
Since it's for the belt, since you say you don't knock this Scouser out, he's going to change that scent for him very soon.
Man,
when Paddy takes that belt from Ilia,
what are you saying now? Are you picking Paddy already?
I'm not picking Paddy, but I'm just saying.
I said when Paddy takes the belt from
Ilia. I said if to be very ironic. Very ironic.
I can't even imagine what the odd makers will be saying right now. I mean,
do you know that Thomas Pino is inspiring Paddy to get the belts too?
They did pad work together some couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw it, and
that's how people get set up.
So no, it's not about getting set up. Okay. It's just like
you hear it.
Just like Kaikara yesterday. You know, you saw him with Easy prior to that bout. Maybe even yesterday. I don't know if there. Yeah, maybe he wasn't there yesterday, but I've been seeing them before, giving him some.
And the sky is Ilia's oyster, man. I mean, he has everything on in front of him. So we just hope that it doesn't go the McGregor way eventually.
No. I think he's too disciplined for that.
No,
the way you see him, Abi, the way he carries himself.
McGregor,
I feel so too. He and one subtle difference about them is McGregor fought poverty.
Exactly.
Like he fought his intentions of when he started fighting, and the anger and the hunger and everything was to get out of the life of being a plumber and earning less than €5 a week. That was the McGregor mentality. So I mean, when you come, Yoruba will say the first money a child gets, he spends it lavishly. And I'm not saying that for McGregor, but at the same time, when he made that Mayweather money, you could just sense that something just changed.
Even with Habib, Dana said it. You can't give a man $100 million and expect him to come back here and take points.
Yeah, but I mean, for Ilia, I don't think that is his own.
But then they have, like you said, they've had money before they came into it, so they have different. I think it's more of
so whatever is going to derail him won't be the
he's fighting for fun. He doesn't.
It won't be indiscipline.
It won't be or the quest for us or seeing money, unusual money. Right?
I feel like he just wants to break McGregor's record and break many records and create his own records.
He just wants to be the best ever.
Yeah,
because when you have to just study his mindset. For him to say he doesn't care about the pound for pound ranking means that he feels that he's beyond
where he wants
the rankings. Whether you place him in number 1 or place him in number 10, he knows who he is, and he doesn't care. And this takes us to our co-main event, Pantoja Kaikara France. Why Pantoja showed his greatness once again. And the pound we've been talking about the pound for pound rankings before this bout. Pantoja has defended his title 3 times. He was on a 7-fight winning streak. And he was ranked number 10. I don't feel that really higged me though.
No.
I'm not really keen on the pound for pound rankings either.
And many fighters take it serious, and many people take it serious.
They always put somebody wrong there.
I just feel it was a slight. But what would you say? What would you say is different? Because when you see Pantoja fighting, you don't see him as a spectacular or a flashy fighter.
That guy is beastly, relentless, vicious. I don't even know the words to use to describe him. He fought like a gladiator, like a werewolf. The guy is he's angry. Why is he so? If that guy can kill Kaikara France in less than 25 minutes. Like he was just giving him everything at once. Like I was even surprised. Like why is this guy fighting like a mad dog like this?
Yeah.
Like seriously. Like it was not like you see something just like you seeing a ghost. You'd be like, man, like his own responsiveness was just too much. He'll grapple with you, defeat you in it. Punching, he'll defeat you in it. Whatever you bring at him, he repel it back to you. So that really makes me. For me, I feel like he's one of my top 2 in the UFC now.
Yeah.
Pantoja is not even not my number 1 or number 2. That guy is good.
Do you think Kai wasn't just up to it?
Yes.
He was a house also. Like he came to fight, he trained, he prepared,
and then he got taken down in the first round, sharp.
And
as he was standing up in the second round, they took him down again. The second round where they say, okay, let's throw hands small, let's see if you still have hands. Pantoja threw hands and still hit him up.
Yeah.
And then in the third round, he ended in a submission. That's not championship. That's not even.
No.
Yeah, but what may I say?
That's quick work
from Pantoja. I don't see his striking as something spectacular though. I don't even see him You want to say something?
That's what I wanted to address. It's not with him. I've noticed. It's like remember Kamara and jab, cross, jab, cross. That was everything. I kept shouting during the watch party. Keep your jab in his face. His jab. If Pantoja has this, he has his basics covered.
This is it.
Yeah.
You see that flyweight, from the first ranked number 1 to I don't know if they are up to 50 flyweights in that division.
No, they're not.
But this is one thing I feel Pantoja has studied. There could be better striker than him in that division.
Yeah.
You could arguably say Van is a better striker. If you look at the bout between him and Royval, you could say there are fighters that have better gas tank than him. If you look the pace at which Royval fights, or the volume Royval throws, or Moreno.
Yeah.
But one thing that stands Pantoja out among all his contenders, you see, that is grappling. He's so far wide apart. He's so far. Yeah. In fact, look at the past people he's beating. Asakura, he won.
Yeah. So that
grappling. Kai France. I mean, if you could still, one of the game plan I feel Kai came with was, I've watched Pantoja's past 3 fights. I watched the full fights. It seems he comes out all guns blazing in the first round, and then in the second round, he seems to. The way you see him, you feel as if he's tired. Or he's already getting gassed out. Kai's game plan was to put the pressure on him that second round. Yeah. Because that second round, he started putting the pace. Once he saw that Pantoja's body language had changed, he started putting the pace on him. I felt that was their point. That was where they felt they could have the kill shot. But my guy he's just like what's the snake that coils around you and swallows you whole? That's how he's just like a wet blanket. Once he grabs hold of you.
Anaconda. Well,
that was it. That was quick work.
They don't even have contenders for him anymore.
No, they don't.
He's beating all his so-called contenders. He's beating them twice or 3 times. He's beating Moreno 3 times.
3 times.
He's beating Royval twice. He's beating Kai twice. He's beating Manuel Cape. He's beating Brandon Royval. I mean, who are the contenders? To the point that the UFC had to go and pick a number 12, Joshua Van, ranked number 12.
To fight.
And hoping that he beats
number 1, the champion.
Hoping that he beats Royval,
which is
so that he could have a new contender, a new challenge. Yeah. And when he came into the ring, he baby hug him like he deserves. And I'm sure in his head,
come back to bed.
In his head, he didn't know. Say,
look at
you. I go grapple you again now. Say that you want to follow me strike. Look, say I want to follow you strike. I mean that's Joshua Van. Because if you look at the fight between Brandon and Brandon Royval and Van. Yeah, that guy's got some good crips boxing, man.
Well, I feel like that fight was exciting.
Yeah,
it was a stunner.
Yeah,
I feel like
it was the fight of the night. Now
I don't feel like Brandon brought his AST game there, because knowing that I'm the number 1 contender and I'm fighting number 12, I will beat you shaking now. Normally, I'll wait. But
that fight was close until the third round when he got that knockdown.
That fight, that knockdown now is the
volume.
That was Van trying to define himself as a fighter and give you an image of or a glimpse of what he can do. But if you put him up against Pantoja, the same thing is going to happen.
I'm sure he's studied and he's seen. Like he watched the fight live now.
Yeah.
He has one thing in. It doesn't take a blind man to see that one thing you have to really work on and improve on.
Yeah.
I don't know how much he can work on. That is intense grappling. Because if that man gets hold of you,
he has a takedown defense. Joshua Van.
Brandon. That's it. Pantoja is not trying to take you down.
Yeah,
he's not. You see, his sequence of takedown comes as a result of the intense grapplings he puts on you. Then, because you are just trying to get him off you.
Yeah. And
then the takedown just come effortlessly.
Yeah, and
it's different from a wrestler that shoots for a takedown directly.
And his own was just like, look at the way he did it and so effortlessly, and it was just as if. The other Kaikara France never actually had any experience of the UFC.
You can't take it away from Pantoja, man. I think he has lost not even respect. He has lost taste for everybody in that.
Let him move up now. Seriously,
we're saying it now before that he should move up. He said he doesn't want to move up. By force? Is it by force to move up?
By force, he has to move up.
Who doesn't want to go and face in the bantamweight?
Anybody can come out if you face them. But
him and Merab is going to be a big fight, don't you think? It's going to be a they're going to cancel themselves out. You can't grapple Merab because Merab too is trying to take you down as much as possible.
Merab is just like Hawk. Merab is just like Hawk.
But think of it all.
Yeah,
nobody has thought about it. This is like the first time we are making that permutation.
It's going to make sense.
Pantoja Merab is not a bad fight.
It's going to make sense.
Fight,
but Merab on his own has he wiped out the division?
What does he have to gain from fighting Pantoja?
You mean Merab?
Yeah.
It's going to make a lot of money for the UFC, and it's going to make sense. Maybe, for Pantoja, he feels like he's
going to be beating. Yeah, he's going to be beating the flyweight champion. Because Pantoja is not going to vacate his belt.
But if Pantoja now wins him, so what happens to Merab's belt?
If Pantoja wins him, if Pantoja wins Merab, he becomes a double champ.
Then Merab now has lost.
They are going to give him an immediate rematch, obviously. But I'm sure when he gets back to AT&T, is something that he will start featuring to his ear.
Why do you think Merab will lose to Pantoja?
Abi? I know that's Gator's permutation.
Merab is enjoying himself. That belt is just like his normal belt he used on his trousers. He doesn't want to let it go.
Okay.
He loves that belt more than anywhere he goes to in Georgia. He always go with the belt. So
yeah, and overall the 317 card was just a great fight. I was going to ask you, what was your best fight on that card?
My best fight was
first prelim card.
Okay.
Terence Mitchell.
The submission.
55 seconds into the fight, into the whole card.
Yeah, but and that thing I was going to ask.
It set the tone for the whole card.
What's up with the referees and their
quick?
They are not so quick reactions to going to go and stop fighters. You remember the Jackamam scene and Rodriguez fight?
Yeah.
He knocked him out, and then he still followed up with hammer fist on unnecessary hammer fist. Why? Because the didn't quickly jump into it to stop.
We keep saying the same thing because even if like some fighters will feel like I'm getting back up. They've had a lot of suspension.
That was a quote. No, it was knocked out from the first punch.
I'm just giving you why they tend to leave you to see if there will be any form of you getting up. Because most fighters will be like, I was trying to get up. Why did you end the bout so easily, so quickly?
For the referees,
the referees. I'm talking about the referees.
Yes, they are trained enough to when you are watching a bout.
So somebody is unconscious.
Yes,
even your eyes now.
Yes, he's in the eye even before he lands.
Yeah.
I mean, before he goes, he was cold. He was
out.
I was out even before he touched the canvas.
Yes.
Even when they watch fights, you are seeing it now.
Yeah, sorry.
Except the referees too now, they are enjoying the fight so much that they are not even conscious of what they are.
I feel like they're just giving that extra little 1 second just to ensure.
The extra 1 second, and that made Ilia have to give two extra armor fists, to Charles Oliveira. Super unnecessary armor fists.
Yeah.
Super unnecessary.
They busted him open, seriously.
No, it was busted open before that too.
Really?
Yeah, it was already busted open in the first minutes. We're asking that who was bleeding. Who was bleeding?
Yeah. When I saw that, I thought maybe.
Man, they were dope fights. Oh, Terix McNeil just had a very dominant submission.
Yeah.
Jose Delgado too. First round, 26 seconds. That exchange knocked him out. I mean, there was a super unnecessary punch too there in the prelims. Jack Hermanson won Gregory Rodriguez.
What about
the fight that I didn't even think? Well, it was just a grappling fest. Was Darush and Moicano. What how about Peyton Talbot? He came back. He showed that he's still a prospect. But I don't think they should be giving him tough fighters yet. I mean, they should just build him up gradually.
It's good to fighting outside your fighting IQ helps you sharpen yourself a little bit more.
Yeah.
When you fighters come back from those kind of fights like you saw with him.
Yeah. He needed that loss against Barcelos.
That winning mentality boosts your morale to face the upper opponents.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about it.
And for we MMA fans that loves fights and don't miss any bout of fights, we had one of our best days yesterday, just watching fights and enjoying fights. For the UFC 317 lived up to expectations, and thanks to the Matador Ilia Topuria, and I mean heads up champ Charles. I mean,
you fought a good fight. You're a great champion.
Yeah, a great champion. Yeah. And next week we'll be having our fight. Our own Derrick Lewis, the Black Beast, is going to be fighting Taliesin Teixeira, which is going to be a great fight. Stephen Thompson is back fighting Gabriel Bonfim, and we'll be having our preview during the week. Yeah. But before we end the episode, as usual, I'll be asking you some casual quiz. I'm sure the last time you guys had the quiz, who won?
No, we've never done it.
You and Ferdinand has not had quiz together before.
First setting.
Okay, now let's go. Who goes first? Your question. Which fighter is the first fighter to get to 20 finishes in the UFC?
Olivieira.
Yeah. Freddy, your question. Which fighter is the first fighter in the UFC to first get to 30 fights and then to first get to 40 fights? He first got to 30 fights and he got to 40 fights first in the UFC. Like as 30 UFC fights, also have 40 UFC fights. I'm sure you know him. He's an OG. I'm just giving you some clues and hints. He's an OG, and I'm sure you know him, but the name might just be stuck in your head.
Seriously?
Think of him.
First 30 fights, first 4 fights. What was class? Give me one more spin. What was class?
He fights in lightweight.
Okay.
He's an OG.
40.
He's been clamoring for Bruce Buffer to put, when Bruce Buffer is announcing him, he wants Bruce Buffer to add
He fought on 300.
Yes.
Man, I don't know.
Okay, going to win this.
No.
Are you skipping to get up?
Yeah, let's see
get for you to say that you know that.
I know the question. I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah. What do you need to juggle your head in memory?
Lightweight. You said lightweight.
He fights in lightweight.
And he's still present.
It's not Lola.
Yeah.
Retired?
No, not retired.
Okay.
No,
he's still on the card. Yeah. Jim Miller,
yes.
Jim fucking Miller.
Jim fucking Miller.
Yeah. So you didn't get that too.
I didn't get it.
The last question. What year did GSP win George St. Pierre win his first UFC title fight? What year? If you don't get the year, if you can tell me who he fought against.
I'm counting back.
Was it Michael Bisping?
No. GSP, Michael Bisping fight was in middleweight. When he came back.
Okay.
Yeah, his first fight was 2006, and it was against Max Hughes. That rivalry that he had. Just for consolation's sake.
Yeah.
And the reason why we ask these questions is so that people that are watching, I mean, you just have a little bit of MMA knowledge and just. So I just want to ask you, we are going to have. Okay. We are out of time though, but we are going to have 20 seconds to name. I want you. Pick a weight class. Pick any weight class.
Okay.
Pick any weight class.
Heavyweight.
Okay, you're picking heavyweight.
Yeah.
I want you to call the top 15. The top 15 heavyweights. If you can name five heavyweights.
5 heavyweights. Just 5 heavyweights.
But they have to be in the top 15. Go ahead. Your time starts now.
It must be now. Volkov.
No, call their full name.
I can't give you their full names.
Okay,
now. Volkov, Pavlovich, Curtis Blaze, Derek Lewis.
That's correct. Yeah. And, Gator, pick a weight class. And don't pick lightweight.
No, what?
Lightweight is too easy.
Welterweight.
You're picking welterweight. In the top.
No, wait.
Okay. Middleweight.
Yes.
In the top 15, name 6 ranked middleweights right now, aside from the champion DDP.
Imavov. Adesanya. Top 15.
You have a lot.
Can I take the question?
Wait now.
Need to make it even, brother.
Get on, my man.
I don't understand why.
Ferdinand, take it off for him.
Okay, Imavov.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Which other? Hold on, please.
Say having brain.
No.
Strickland comes out. Whittaker, Canonia. What is wrong with you guys now?
Allow me to think about it.
It's Whittaker I was trying to remember.
So no the problem, right? The middleweights and the welterweights.
He gets mumbo jumbo in the
exactly.
That's
why I said welterweight first.
Yeah, and guys, whenever you want to come for the show, you have to know names of fighters. You have to even know their rankings because we're asking you questions regards that, and that's what the fun about this show is about. It's for the casuals. It's for it's for fight lovers.
Yeah,
we that love fights and just love talking and watching fights. And guys, thank you once again for coming to gist about fights.
Best watch party ever.
Yeah, best watch party ever. And we're having another watch party in a couple of weeks. 319. Poye Gechi. Poye is going to be retiring.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a banger of a card. So I hope
those guys are, they are one-on-one assistants.
318 rather, yes.
Both of them are on one-on-one.
Yes,
competing each other. So making it
Max Holloway and Dustin Poirier rather.
Max Holloway.
Yes, I said Gechi. It was Max Holloway and
okay, Poirier. I thought it's going to be a blast because
I'll go for Poirier in that fight.
I hope you're on the review of it. And guys,
no, Max, I'm gonna go for Mask.
Yeah, until then, and guys, on this episode, it's a wrap, yo.
Shout out to you all.
Welcome to the Casual Experience.